Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody. Let's update our view on the Bitcoin market. So mostly the news stands on the lower time frame. On the monthly weekly chart we do not have really big changes since our recent discussion on Thursday. In fact, on the high time frames, the one thing that is worth to mention is that actually you could see that Bitcoin is not really too happy with the recent Fed statement. If other markets were really falling in euphoria and were expiring with this statements coming rate cut, that's most, we could say, even as publicly has been announced in 2024, and Bitcoin would not have this really happiness, and its market even has turned to the downside. This is because Bitcoin has made really epic shift from the risky assets to the safe haven assets. So if just a year ago in the beginning of 2023, everybody thought this Bitcoin is a kind of the, and we also talked about this, that Bitcoin is just alternative investment compared to the equities. And it was really very high correlation between the Bitcoin and indexes, if you remember. But gradually, when the market started falling into some geopolitical turmoil, financial problems, the rising of the global inflation, all the stuff that we discussed on the United States economy, the budget deficit, really exceptional debt level, and so on. So gradually, investor starts to rethink the role of the Bitcoin and start treat it more like the safe haven. Although we are very skeptical in this moment, but still, this is the reality. How is really Bitcoin stands right now, and it starts losing the correlation with the stock market and increasing the correlation with the gold. And when the Fed announced that drop on the rates, possible coming on the rate cut, obviously investors have seen and start to see right now a lot of alternatives to the Bitcoin investment. With the lower rates, you could invest in a bond, you could start buying the stocks, other risky assets, and so on. And that explains why the first reaction here was really negative, despite the dollar has fell. So Bitcoin wasn't able to complete even our intraday target, although it has tried to do this. So meantime, currently taking a look at the big picture, nothing has changed significantly. So we still have bullish context on a daily, on a monthly chart, on the weekly chart. This recent drop really could become the starting point of some deeper retracement, because in fact, as we already talked about this, we have got this triple to sell on the Bitcoin market. And for example, 30% retracement here, it will not break the overall context. It will be really significant on lower time frame, but on the monthly, when the market forms the garbage triple to sell right around 50% resistance, 30% pullback, it's not the strategy. This is normal reaction, absolutely normal technical performance. And it will not mean that the bullish context is over. So we just need to be ready for that, and we have to identify this moment if it will happen. So on the lower time frame, on the weekly chart, that's our ABCD. Yes, market has great CD legs, acceleration to the AB, which means the possible upward continuation. But at the same time, you could see that well, here we have some minor downside action. Market stands at the OP. And we have great thrusting action. So if the reaction on the monthly triple to sell will start, probably it will be in some shape of the reversal pattern on a weekly chart. So either reversal, which could be the double repo sell, or it might be the retracement to the 3350, which simultaneously will be the completion point of the triple two pattern on the monthly, and it could give us bread and butter buy on the weekly chart. So this is how the bullish scenario could develop. So on the Bitcoin, currently the major task is to get the clear sign whether this will happen or not. And to do this, we need to take a look at lower time frames. First of all, on the daily. On the daily, I wouldn't say that overall picture stands bearish. Mostly because, yes, we've got this drop right to the confidence, but take a look what has happened after that. Market has shown the first bounce and now is returning back to the confidence, but it is going a bit slower, and it could mean that this action is just a retracement after this performance. So it might be the upper continuation here. This is potential scenario. So the invalidation points, of course, of this scenario will be below these lows. So if you have the bearish view on the market, of course, you could try to anticipate this possible breakout, but you should understand that additional risk if you will do this, because the bearish scenario is not set definitely yet. So and your anticipation already could lock you in the wrong direction if what I just have said really will be correct and that market will start upward direction. That's why a most conservative approach for taking the bearish position is probably to take the position if market will break these lows. Maybe use stop sell orders at the moment of the breakout. So that's definitely an validation point for the bullish context, and actually it segregate the bullish context while market stands in calling around it from the bearish if market will break it down. On the intraday charts, we have even more signs. So for instance, on the 4-time frame chart, it might be the triangle. So here you could see market was not able to immediately turn to the bullish context, as we said on Thursday. If market returned back in this consolidation, it means that we should be ready for direct upward action, but this hasn't happened. So market was not able to break it up. Here, as you can see, a lot of volatility. This market was trying to do this, but has failed and dropped down. So currently we have a kind of the triangle consolidation. This is another reason why I suggest that the bullish context, I mean shorter term charts, is not over yet, and that the bearish setup is not set totally. Here, unfortunately, we do not have clear point to set the support line of the triangle. Maybe we could plot it as I did horizontally, but maybe we even could use the slab angle here as well. So it doesn't change significantly the overall idea, but it's just well, maybe important for some decision that you could make based on this pattern. I prefer this type of action just because, well, anyway, whatever the slope you will use for the line of the triangle, these lows remain the invalidation point. That's why if even we will use the slope line, this market will move in slightly lower, we anyway will be watching for these lows. So that's why I just draw it as with the horizon bottom line. Finally, another reason why I think that bullish context is still could be realized on the Bitcoin market stands on the hourly chart, because here we have the clear regardless triple to buy pattern. So maybe it might be the starting point of the upward action. So what we should do with all this stuff about the bearish position, I already have explained. That is your lows you need to keep an eye on. If you'd like to anticipate downside breakout, you could try, but you will take the risk of the uncertainty in this situation, because market hasn't given us yet the clear signs of the bearish breakout. That's why, as I said, you could either use the stop sell orders around the A point slightly above it, or just wait when the market will break it down, then try and take position on some retracement. The same story we could say about the bullish position. So it's very big temptation to take the long position. It's just because the validation point just below this A, and it's very small risk for potential position, especially when we have this in place, the regardless triple to buy pattern. And in general, this is reasonable approach. So those of you who would like to take the long position, that's one of the possible scenarios that you could keep an eye on. But if you're not sure and you're not ready to take this risk with some kind of uncertainty, as I said, you need to wait for when the market will establish upward action. So if we'll see some acceleration, some upward continuation that could confirm our suggestion, that will be just safer. Maybe we'll get here some different pattern. For example, I do not know, it might be the hand and shoulders that lets you to step in. Yes, the entry price will be worse, but you will be able to place tighter stuff than even this one. So this tactical choice is up to you. and depending on what direction you would like to trade. In general, major conclusion for the bulls is that until market stands above the 8 points, chances on the bullish performance here exist. So market stands in a consolidation, as we said, and situation could change. That's actually our 2 cents on the Bitcoin market. So let's keep watching.